All right, here we go again. Take 4. Injuries just suck. There's no other way to put it, especially when you get really close to getting back and then you get re-injured just as you're about to get back. I was 1 week from being cleared to go back to full training, and it just puts you on a bit of a roller coaster in your head. The last week or two haven't been great, but you know, that's all right. It happens. It's all part of it. And yeah, it was a bit of a gut punch to get within a week of being back at full training and then re-injure the same thing straight away. So if you don't know, I strained my calf 8 weeks ago. Technically strained my soleus 8 weeks ago. I'd been doing really well on the rehab program, been smashing the bike, been really working hard, and then right as I'm about to get going again, I went out on a run. It was like my 3rd 1 hour run. So happy, was feeling so good. And I just started to get a little bit of pain in my calf again, in a different spot, and I was like, it's not quite right. So called it, went to the physio a couple of days later, and yeah, it's restrained. Same muscle, different spot. So it's kind of one of those ones where it's like, what am I doing wrong? I'm trying so hard, I'm doing everything right, or at least I think I'm doing everything right, just to keep having it happen again. So that's where we're going to start today. What is the next couple of weeks going to look like? Well, I'm back on the bike. A heat. I'm trying to do 40k a day. That's my goal. We'll get to that in a second. First of all, we've got an MRI. Should get the results of that tomorrow, and then I see my physio again on Thursday. And it's not really going to change the treatment, but it gives us just a bit more of an idea of exactly how bad it is, exactly where it is. So you can, more information the better. And then it's sort of climbing out of the hole that I got myself into last week. Just sort of deciding, no, I'm going to come back fitter. So that's what we're starting today. I am going to try and be aerobically fitter when I start running again than I was when I stopped. So how am I going to do that? Well, I've got a little challenge for myself, which is so important when you get these things happen. I want to do 40k a day on the bike every day until I'm running again. You know, unless I need a rest day or something like that. But we're going to start today. I started 5 days ago. So in the last 5 days, I've done 240k on the bike. I did my longest ride in years yesterday. I did 64k. That was awesome. Went a little bit easier, stretched it out a little bit just to try and get the lungs working a bit longer. And today got intervals again, so it's 10 2-minuters, and then after I've done that, gonna break down my Zwift setup because I think it's kind of cool. See, you might get some inspiration, like what you can set up. It's an old bike, but it's a good bike, and very lucky with the Zwift trainer that I've got. So let's get on the bike and start the session. All right, so this is always one of the hardest parts. You gotta pick which course you're gonna do today. And I think today I wanna do something with not a lot of hills that'll get me my distance that I need. So we're probably gonna do, let's go with that one. Gives you a little preview. That one looks good. All right. Just put some music on and start the ride. All right, first rep. Let's go. All right, rep 2. Rep 3. Rep 4. All right, rep 5. Halfway through the session. 28k so far. 12 to go. 5 more reps. Get it done. Did I mention it's hot? Number 6. 7. Number 8. Number 9. One more. Last rep. Number 10. Let's go.
Max effort. 10 seconds. Come on. Big effort to finish. Whoa. Oh man. Ooh, okay. 10 2-minuters. It's so hot. It's so humid here. We're waiting for a cyclone actually to possibly blow over the coast, and it's so rainy. It's still so hot. The humidity's just gone through the roof. Anyway, that's bike session done. Oh, I'm gonna finish my ride. I've got 2.5K left. And then let's talk about my Zwift setup, which will be exciting and fun. So, let's go. All right, so now for the fun bit. Get that to stop. Get burnt. All right, so now for the fun part. This is my Zwift setup. I have a BMC team machine. This is not a very new bike. They're way newer ones. This one's like 10 or 12 years old now, but it's still a full carbon frame with SRAM red gears and chainring and all the bells and whistles that go along with that. It's got a 54 tooth front chainring, and this one is a 10 speed. They're now up to 11 speed, which is why when we tried to sell this bike we couldn't, which is a good thing now because it's beast. It's like a $10,000 bike when it's new, but that was a long time ago and bikes have gotten a lot more expensive since then. So very, very glad we kept this one. This is actually the same model of frame, different gears and all that, but same model of frame that Cadel Evans won his Tour de France on. All right, and then running the ship at the back have the Wahoo Kicker Core 1 Smart Trainer. Now, very, very lucky to have this. It's actually on loan to me for a year from Wes at Zwift. So thank you very much, Wes, very much appreciated. It has more than gotten its use even in the last couple of weeks alone. But this is a really, really cool trainer. I did a lot of cycling before I got just into running, and I've had a lot of trainers. I had a fluid trainer, I've done the rollers. The trainer I had before this one was the Wahoo SnapFit, and I could never go back now. This is just a completely different beast of a trainer. Paired with the Zwift controllers on the handlebars, so I don't even need to use the app, it just connects with Zwift. Change gears up here on the hood still, just with a little button, and no chainring on the back of the bike. Oop, lost my head. No chainring here on the back of the bike. It's the Zwift cog. Technically I don't think this is the Zwift cog, I think this is the one before it, but it works the exact same. So this whole thing matches the terrain that you're riding over on Zwift. So if you're going up a hill on Zwift, it adjusts the resistance to make it feel like you're going uphill. If you're going downhill, it adjusts it, all with the flywheel at the back, this belt and this nice big metal, well it's not very big actually compared to a wheel, but this disc that spins pretty quick. So it's pretty cool not having to have a chainring on the back. So it's all controlled through here. I think I've got 25 gears because obviously you can't use your front chainring when you've got the Zwift cog on. If you move your chainring, it's gonna muck up the, if you move your front chainring, it's gonna muck up the cog at the back, which wouldn't be very good, so don't do it. But you've got 25 different gears, all the way from like first gear up to 25, obviously easy to hard. First gear, practically not even moving. 25th gear, I think you'd have to be going down a hill. It can replicate hills up to 12% gradient going up and 10% gradient going down, which is pretty cool. It just makes it so much more fun. Zwift gamifies just the whole
bike riding experience on the trainer. I've spent so many hours on trainers in the past, and they're just mind-numbing. Normally chuck on a race or something like that. I don't even need to do that anymore. I normally will watch, I'll watch a race or I'll listen to music while I'm riding, but it's just too much fun. You go through all the different spots, you get little sprints, you get power-ups, you get to go up in levels. It's just awesome. But that's it, it's pretty simple. I think I'd be pretty lost without this at the moment. Very, very lucky to have this bike. Obviously you don't need a bike this good. We've actually got this one, it's buried in the back over there, but we've got another bike that I used to use, which is a standard aluminium frame. Nothing special, but it is a treat to have a nice bike, because I'm a bit of a bike nut too, so it's nice. It is nice. But you know, that's going to be it for this week. Yeah, this is my Zwift setup. You're going to be seeing a lot more of it. It's not always fun, but you know, you got to get it done. And you know, injuries suck, setbacks suck, but I've bounced back too many times to give up this time, so that's not going to happen. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to try and document everything on the way back from this injury, how I fix it. We're going to fix everything. I'm going to fix my diet. I'm going to fix my gym. I'm going to get all my bloods done, make sure everything's sweet there, and I'm going to train like an absolute beast on this, so that when I get back out running, I just got to rebuild the conditioning and can go again. But that's it for today. Subscribe if you're not. I can see in the analytics that more people aren't than are subscribed, which is not surprising. It's kind of how it works, but 260 subscribers, and I think last month 3,000 people watched the channel, so hit subscribe. I promise it'll be worth it. What do you do for cross training when you are out of running, or do you just have time off? Both are good options. I'd go mad if I didn't do something, so let me know in the comments, and I will see you next week with something very exciting. See you then.